And no matter what, everything always flows and turns out perfectly. So as we know, Valentine's Day is just a few days away, and doesn't it seem that this time of year, more than any other time, that love is in the air everywhere, especially in the holiday section of the grocery store? I mean, we love the idea of love. Though deep within us we know love isn't an idea, even though we can think about it. Flowers and chocolates, sweet cards and chocolates are, or can be, happy ideas that represent love, as all ideas of giving can be. But sacrifice and possessiveness and worry can also be our idea of what love is. And either way, love is far more than our thoughts could ever tell us it is. Love itself is the mysterious, invisible, undefinable force behind our human attempts to define and express it. We can't think our way to love, but we can unthink our way by letting go of all of our ideas of what love is. I mean, we can talk about and have a conversation about what love is like. I mean, for instance, it's been said love is like swallowing hot chocolate before it has cooled off. It takes you by surprise at first, but keeps you warm for a long time. Or love is like an hourglass with the heart filling up as the brain empties. And we can point out what love is not, or at least what happens where love is not. Khalil Gibran wrote, "Life without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit." Now, though love isn't what it's like or what it's not like, we do know when we feel its presence and when we don't. It's like the wind. We can't see it, but we can feel it. Now, the purpose of our conversations each Sunday this month is to point us in the direction, to point us to where we can begin to feel or continue to expand our feelings of love, to offer those age-old directions that tell us where love is and where it originates within us. If we want to feel love in our life in a deeper way, then we can decide to allow this month that is so overtly about love to call us within, to call us to ourselves, to the one within us that is already more love than the entire universe could express in form. The poet Rumi wrote, "We are born of love. Love is our mother. The love that gave birth to us emanates without interruption or alteration from the center of the universe in which we live. As it does, it creates form after form to express itself. And love loves to express itself through our form." Since we are born of love. We could say that anytime we're not being the love that we are born to be, that we're not being ourselves. Now, most of us know from the book of 1 Corinthians, or the song that came afterwards, a few of the ways that love expresses through our human forms. We're told that love is patient, love is kind. Now, who among us hasn't been impatient and perhaps inadvertently unkind? But do we see impatience as unloving? I mean, don't people move slower when we're in a hurry? And do we see unkindness as justified? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a defensive reaction to an offensive remark? It would be so easy for us to say, I'm sorry to someone, or to forgive ourselves if we've been impatient or unkind, if we were aware that in that moment, we'd simply lost our mind. The mind that we share with God. The mind that holds the sacred memory of the love that we are. Love is the heartbeat of life. Its holy rhythm is the energy and vibration and force of creation behind and within all that lives. That universal pulse of love is behind us and within us right now. Even if we were impatient or unkind last week, or even a few minutes ago. And even if we're not feeling that love right now. Love is right where we are because we are love in form. We are love in person. When we show up anywhere, love shows up there too. But without an awareness that we are that love, the best and most courteous we can often be, and the most courteous thing that we can do is to impersonate love with our idea of love. Our idea of love waits for a reason to be felt. And waiting for reasons to feel love when we're not feeling it often causes us to fake it until we make it, or to go through the motions of our idea of love rather than being love. The spiritual teacher Muji wrote, day by day become more and more intimate with the inner stillness, joy, and love, which is the fragrance of your own heart. Love isn't simply in the air. Around Valentine's Day, its fragrance is in the air everywhere, every day. Love is the very air we breathe with every breath we take. We are given by the love within us support and celebration for our human experience. Love doesn't grow old. It doesn't die. It doesn't disappear. It's new and fresh and alive every moment because the present moment is where love lives and where we are alive in love. The love that lives in us is beyond the turmoil of thoughts that require reasons to love and beyond thoughts that justify reasons not to. Now, even though we may not be feeling our unbreakable connection to the love that is everywhere, it hasn't gone anywhere, or else we could not be right here. Individual expressions of it. Love is the connective tissue that joins everything in the universe with everything else. Without that love, there would be no connection. Without that love, there would be nothing to connect. Because God is that love, the connected as well as the connection. It's been said in life, love is not everything, but without love, everything else is nothing. Love is the essence of life. Now, if we'd like to feel more of it and be more patient and kind because of it, we have to consciously connect with our heart. So, let's do that right now. Let's put our hand over our heart and feel that familiar beat. Everyone has one, right? Then we'll continue. That beat has been there all this time while we've been thinking about other things while we're sitting here. It's been there since the beginning of our earth time, and it's supporting our life still. So let's close our eyes right now and focus on its faithful beat. Just feel it. And feel gratitude for it. And then let our gratitude speak silently to our hearts. Thank you for being there. Thank you for beating so strong and feeling so good when I am being my most loving self. And thank you for continuing to beat even when I am impatient and unkind. The beat we feel right now is the love that loved us into existence, loving us still. Now we can open our eyes. And thank God, love doesn't go anywhere. The spiritual teacher Osho wrote, "Love is born with you. It is your intrinsic quality. All that is needed is to give it away, to make a passage for it, to let it flow." When we give love a way to express through us no matter what, when we make a passage for it that's free of opposition from us, it naturally fills us like an hourglass, filling us with itself, with love, as all of our resistance disappears. It flows through us and out into the moment, no matter what may be going on in that moment. When we follow love's impulse to just love, no matter how unreasonable our head may tell us that expressing love right now would be, we're being the love that is God loving all of creation. If we choose to, we can identify ourselves with that love and identify that love as ourselves. And then let that love everything through us, no matter what may appear to be. Because love has no opposition and no conflicting feeling. To find that extraordinary force alive in us is to find it alive within and behind everything. We are spiritual beings of love, living in a spiritual universe of love that is governed by the spiritual law of love. Everything that appears to be in form is love and governed by that love. And that law, through the law of attraction, brings us together with each other, for better or worse, for the sole purpose of extending love and expanding it by sharing it. Now, if we're having difficulty doing that, there isn't a better way to jumpstart our hearts in such a way that it opens up to everything, no matter what. Then our willingness to release any opposition we might have to loving a particular someone is important. So I'd like us to close our eyes again and put our hand over that beautiful heart that beats only love. And now ask, where in my life is my resistance blocking love's flow? And just listen. Listen for a name. Look for an image until one comes to mind. If one does, stick with it, rather than deciding to choose someone else who might be easier to love, or no one at all, because we're afraid to love. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Now, if you're willing, go out tomorrow and buy a Valentine, or make one for that one that came to mind, and then mail it. And if that person is no longer in the flesh, still find or make a Valentine, and then sit with your eyes closed and hold it close over your heart, and whoever you're thinking about will get it. And if that one was you, then go find the perfect Valentine that says, I love you, to you. Einstein said we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Problems and solutions don't live in the same vibration. Now, we're all related to each other because we were birthed by the same mother, love. We can't solve relationship problems by holding on to the same energy that created them. When we give love a way to get through without judging why we should, we make a passage for forgiveness. The more we let love flow through us, unrestricted by us, the deeper we feel the connective tissue that connects us with all that lives. No matter who, no matter what, no matter where, it doesn't matter. We feel it. We find that our heart beats unreasonably with love for everyone and everything. Because we discover that love is all there is, and we have been that love all along. Namaste. Okie dokie. It's all good. Okay, well, this is the time of our service when we get to say thank you. We are feeling our gratitude this morning. Gratitude that we're all here together. Gratitude that you're here. Gratitude that you're there. Gratitude that you found us later in the week. Just gratitude for you. And we know that if you've come to listen, you've come because it causes you to become more and more aware of the truth of who you are. And we know that if you've become even a little aware of the magnificent, beautiful being you are, then you want to hear more. And you'll want to support LEC so that you can. So if you don't know how, or up until now, you just haven't got around to it, this is a month of love. And our treasurer, Dr. Jamie Phillips, is here to tell you how to express it.
Mwah! That's how we do it around here. Okay. If you'd like to donate to the Life Enrichment Center, there are several ways. You can do it if you're watching this online. You can go to facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center and hit the donate button. You can go to our website, lecflint.com, and hit the donate button. You can go to PayPal. Our email address is lec2512@gmail.com, and you can give via PayPal. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and send us a check. And our new mailing address is 321-294, that's P.O. Box 321-294, Flint, Michigan 48532. And in the sanctuary, we're going to be having an offertory. And while Janice is coming forward, we're going to listen to Marcia Allen, Jason Phillips, and Larry Manderville singing Grateful. Thank you.